Our third experiment related to microprocessor, still by pair, is related to two-stage pipeline processor and Verilog. So basically, this is the program specification that we needed to accomplish for this machine experiment. Of course, you're gonna be designing a two-stage pipeline processor in Verilog. I already provided the source code, so you have to modify the code as necessary or if needed. And then, you also have to remove don't cares. Yung mga don't cares, yung mga makikita nyo mga excess doon sa ating simulation results. So, kailangan wala akong makita na don't cares and ensure that the signals are properly initialized. Ibig sabihin, yung initial values ng ating mga signals should be 0 and the results were obtained accurately. So, kung ano yung dinidiscern natin na output, yung dapat yung ma-produce po natin. So, you have to make 10 trials and you have to tabulate your results. For the part 2 naman, for the theory, mag-research ka lang ng related sa two-stage pipeline processor. So, you can explain here dun sa part ng theory, pwede mo ding ilagay yung mga diagrams, illustrations, tables, or any necessary na figures na relative dun sa two-stage pipeline processor. So here's the simple Verilog code for two-stage pipeline processor. So ang ginamit ko uling time scale, yung common sa atin, parang interval natin ay for every 1 microsecond. So makikita natin, ang time scale ko ay 1 microsecond over 10 nanosecond. The name of the module is two-stage pipeline. And as you can see, we have two inputs. Yung ating instruction, nakikita natin 7 down to 0. So, ibig sabihin yung instruction natin ay 8 bits. And then, vector to. Yung atin naman clock, this is the usual. We're using scalar or 1 bit for the clock. And then, since two-stage pipeline po ang pinag-uusapan natin, ang outputs po natin dalawa. Isang per stage 1 at isang per stage 2 output. And since 8 bits yung ating instruction, so we expect also that our output is 8 bits as well. So, kaya nakalagay dito ay 8 bits yung ating stage 1 output and 8 bits din yung ating stage 2 output. So, next naman is the pipeline registers. So, for the pipeline registers, reference to our two output registers, meron din tayong dalawang register pipelines. So, meron tayong reg1 for stage 1 output. Meron tayong pipeline underscore reg2 for stage 2 underscore output. Still 8 bits. Following the requirements of the output na 8 bits. So, ito na po yung ating code. Yung una, yung stage 1 natin, ang ginagawa nung ang ating first step is instruction fetch. Ibig sabihin, kukuhanin yung instruction following our discussion nung last time about fetch, execute cycle, diba? Fetch, decode, execute cycle. So, always at. So, every time na yung value ng clock natin ay 1, kaya ito ay pause edge. Ibig sabihin, kapag ang value na ng clock natin ay 1, gagawin niya to. So, begin end, ang gagawin niya, i-assign natin dun sa pipeline underscore reg1, ito yon yung laman ng instruction. So, in-store natin yung value ni instruction dun sa pipeline underscore reg1. We're using less than or equal kasi non-blocking statement po ito. Yung non-blocking statement po natin ay ginagamit natin every time na we're using always at with sensitivity least. Kapag assignment operator nasa labas lang, we don't use less than or equal. We only use equal for that purpose. Another, for the stage 2, same lang din. This one is for decode and execute. Yung kanina kasi pagkuha, fetch. Ito pag-convert and then pag-execute ng ating instruction. So, ganun din, always at positive edge clock, begin in, yung pipeline underscore reg2, yung laman ng pipeline underscore reg1, which happens to be yung laman ng instruction, siya na yung magiging laman ng pipeline underscore reg2. Kaya ang title nito ay two-stage pipeline. So, next is we assign the output outside always block. So, always at asterisk. Ibig sabihin nitong asterisk sa lahat ng possibility or lahat ng may changes. Gagawin nyo to. Begin end. So, yung laging value ng stage 1 underscore output is the pipeline underscore reg 1. At yung value naman ni stage 2 output is the value of the pipeline underscore reg 2. Remember the purpose of the register, temporary storage ng data. Kaya sila yung taga-hold ng mga values before we store to the final output ports po natin. Then we end the module. Kapag niran mo siya, ito yung makikita mo na high-level design. Definitely we have instruction 8 bits and then another one for the clock. Ito yung outputs natin. And then when you double click that, ito yung mapuproduce mo na circuit. As you can observe here based on sa code, nakakita tayo ng D-latch flip-flop. So whatever the value of data D, yun yung magiging value ni Q for stage 1 output. And then meron tayong clock. Ayan, for every clock, 'di ba? For every time na high yung clock, gagawin niya tong di flip-flop na to. And then yung value ni Q dito, since two-stage pipeline to, that will be the value of the next or the second di flip-flop D. And then yung clock dito, reference pa rin dun sa clock natin. So hindi sila independent. Isa lang yung clock na ginagamit natin for the two D flip-flops. And kung ano yung value ni D dito, yung sa stage 1 output, that will be the value of the stage 2 output 8 bits. Alright. And then, itong explanation ng binanggit ko kanina. So, you can also read through this one following my explanation earlier. And then, ito naman yung ating test bench. So, syempre, for the test bench, lagi namang ganun. So, by default, pwede mong ma-produce yung ating test bench. Then, you just have to edit na lang yung ating mga test cases. So, in this example, so yung ating instruction, yung ating clock, i-register natin. And then, the outputs will be wired. And for the unit under test, again, we don't need to change anymore yung mga port names para hindi tayo ma-confuse kasi ginagawa lang naman nito, kinukuha niya yung ating data from the test bench, dinadala niya sa Verilog code, and then from the Verilog code, may mapuproduce na output, sasaluhin ulit ni unit under test yung value for the outputs. And then initial begin, then end. Siyempre, dito na tayo magsiset ng mga value. So, ito na yung sinabi ko na you're gonna be doing at least 10 trials. Yung test case 1, ang value ni instruction ay 8-bit 00001111. And then yung value ni clock ay 0. And then dito, monitor natin yung output, $sign monitor. So, pinrint lang natin yung value at cycle 1, yung value ni instruction, value ni stage 1 output, value ni stage 2 output. And then, magta-transition for stage 1 after 5 microsecond, ang value na ni clock ay 1. Diba? Kapag ang value na ng clock ay 1, magti-trigger na yung ating Verilog code. And then, ito naman, nag-add uli ng additional time after 5 microsecond, ginawang 0 si clock. And then, after ng 5 microsecond, ang value naman ni clock ay 1. So, this time, this is for the stage 2 na, following yung code natin. And then, ito uling additional simulation time after 5 microsecond, yung clock ay 0. Then, minonitor uli natin yung value ni cycle 2, yung instruction, stage 1 output, stage 2 output. Then, we end the simulation. So, in some simulator, hindi gumagana yung $sign stop. So, pwede mo na lang siyang i-comment. So, ito na yung naging result. So, of course, meron tayong instruction and clock as the inputs. Hindi naman siya nagbabago. Pansin nyo, naka-green siya. Then, yung clock natin, 0101 lang. Then, dito sa example na to, yung value ng instruction, hindi nag-change. So, 00001111 pa din siya, 8 bits. And then, yung stage 1 output natin, tama naman. Initially, naka-don't care siya. Pero yung sabi ko sa inyo, hindi natin i-accept yung don't care. So, you have to modify the code in such a way na hindi siya don't care. Dapat 0000 to. Then, after 5 microsecond, following yung ating test case, naging value niya na yung laman ng instruction. Pero yung stage 2 output, wala pang value, kaya naka-don't care. Again, hindi dapat siya naka-don't care. Dapat naka-initialize siya into 0. Pero after nung 15 microsecond, following yung ating code, dire-diretso kasi yan, yung value na ni stage 1 output, yun na yung naging value ng ating stage 2 output. Kaya naging two-stage pipeline po siya. So, ito yung ating explanation, reference to what I have mentioned earlier. So, what you're gonna do is, ibibigay mo sa akin uli yung Verilog code, yung modified Verilog code, updated test bench, RTL schematic, and simulation results. Again, don't forget, naka-instruct naman dito, nagawa ka ng 10 trials and tabulate your results. So, ano po, Sir Cal, yung kailangan kong i-change for the trial? So, you can change the value of instruction, of course, that's one. You can also update the number of bits. Kasi di ba right now, naka 8 bits tayo. So, if you would like to make it 16 or 32 or 64, so that would be okay. And then, i-table mo lahat ng changes na ginawa mo. Then, reference to each test case. Di ba 10 yun? Ilagay mo rin yung screenshot ng simulation result. Kung kaya mo siyang pagkasyahin sa isang table, so that would be nice. Para kita agad natin yung naging results natin for every trial or test case na ginawa po natin. Thank you.